I just made a video about the heavyweights. We're going down to middleweights. We got Robert Whittaker and we got Marvin Vetorri. Vetorri is a Victory. It's a Vetorri. My friend Braden, he was actually on the Kickback podcast. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Kickback podcast, make sure to check that out. That's my podcast where I go and hang out with all my friends. It's going to be up and running soon. It's just we don't have AC in here right now, so it's pretty hot to have people in here. But I will actually have my friend Braden Ray on here. Sexy BJ Ray, as he calls himself, or as the ladies call him, as he says. But he was on here. He actually trains with Marvin Vetorri. He trains with Marvin Vetorri. He trains with Sean Strickland, two middleweights, both great fighters. And he's been training with him a lot as of recently. I've been seeing on his Instagram and everything. He's been training with Marvin Vetorri. So honestly, just from that, I'm gonna have to go Marvin Vetorri, just like to start things off. I'm a huge fan of Robert Whittaker. Now, that man, Robert Whittaker, can fight. Like, if you see him in any of his past wins, he is a very, very impressive fighter. He's the only time he's ever lost is against Izzy, who is the champion. He lost against him twice. So, today, that's going to change. Or, someone has to lose today. That's the thing. Somebody has to lose today. And that's kind of a sad thing. Robert Whittaker might lose. Marvin Vetorri may lose. But, hey, as long as you guys give me a good fight, I'm going to be okay with whoever wins, whoever loses. But I'm going Marvin Vetorri. I haven't been a fan, I guess, of him. Not as in, like, I don't like him. As in, like, I don't really know him. I haven't really been catching up with middleweights as much. I know somewhat here and there. I've been educating myself a little bit more with, like, YouTube videos, press conferences, stuff like that. So I have been getting some knowledge from that. So, what I can tell you is this. Robert Whittaker is one of the best fighters I've ever seen. He lost against Izzy, yes, but then again, he also didn't do any wrestling. That's the only way I think anybody's gonna beat Izzy, is by wrestling the hell out of him. And now, he's lost against Izzy twice, so he's gotten that title shot twice. Marvin Vettori's fought against Izzy, I think, once. I want to say twice too. I think they both fought against him twice. I may be wrong, I don't know. Again, I'm not very educated in the middleweight division. Lightweights, love it. Featherweights, love it. But other than, I think lightweight's the cap. Or welterweight, I think lightweight's the cap of, my knowledge as much. I do know some welterweights, I do know some lightweights, or light heavyweights, I do know middleweights, but not as much as, the lighter people, I guess. Maybe it's because, I'm at, 150 around there. I'm not gonna say my exact weight because I honestly don't know, but I'm 150, so it's okay, I'm right here, so these are my kind of people. Even though they can probably kick my ass in 2 seconds with one hand behind their back and their eyes closed and injured and probably asleep. But yeah, we have Robert Whittaker, we have Marvin Vetorri, the Italian guy. It's gonna be a great fight. I don't know what to expect. I have a feeling that Robert Whittaker is going to be coming in with a lot of kicks like he usually does. He's really good with those kicks. That's something that Marvin Vetorri has to watch out for, especially those high kicks. I think if Robert Whittaker were to win this fight, I think he might win with a head kick. I think that's how it might be. I think that's how it's going to go down for Robert. For Marvin, I think he's going to win by TKO, meaning he's just going to put him to the floor and just ground pound. I think that's how Marvin wins, and I think that's how Robert wins. Who's gonna win? Again, can never tell against these two, or against anybody, to be honest with you. We saw Kamaru. We thought he was gonna win. Everyone had secure bets on Kamaru, and then lost a lot. But we never know what to expect. That's the fun of this sport. You never know what to expect. You're always gonna be in for a treat. It should be a good one. Now, as for what happens afterwards, let's just say Robert wins. First of all, this fight is a good one. This fight is a good fight. It's because they're two top competitors, but they haven't fought each other yet. Literally, the middleweight class is literally the same people over and over and over again. Izzy has gone through the middleweight division already. He's basically beat almost everyone in there. So for them to fight again to see who's top dog out of them two, it's gonna be a good one. It's they can't fight for the title shot right now, so they have to fight for that number 1 spot. Who's gonna get it? We don't know. We don't know. That's gonna be, oh my god. I don't know what to expect. Marvin Vetorri hits really hard. Robert Whittaker is very technical. He's very fast. He throws those kicks that you never see coming. It's going to be a good one. You're going to see the little freaking stars on his chest. After today, we're going to have that secure position of that number 1 spot in the middleweight division. Is it going to be Marvin or is it going to be Robert? That's the question that everybody has. My guess, I'm going for Marvin, but no, I'm going for Marvin. I think Marvin might take this. Robert's really good, but he's just, I don't see him as aggressive anymore compared to Marvin. Not as hungry as Marvin. Marvin hasn't had the title shot in quite a while. Robert's last fight was the title shot against Izzy, and he lost. Not the most amazing fight, kind of slow. They had a good fight, but it wasn't like something super entertaining. I give it like a 3 out of 10 if I were to rate his last performance against... Hold on, against Izzy last fight, he didn't do anything. He wasn't... No, he did. He did do something. That was Jared Cannonier. But in his last fight, in Robert's last fight against Izzy, we didn't see that much. It's like you were watching a fight, but you knew that it wasn't enough to beat Izzy. Now, maybe it was because it was a title shot and Izzy was just running around or something, like, you know, just cruising through it. But this isn't a title shot. Marvin wants to come in here. He wants to pound your face into the floor. So it's going to be very different seeing, emotional-wise, how both fighters get into the ring or into the octagon. They're going to... I don't know what Robert's expecting, but I have a feeling that Marvin is thirsty. Like, that man is ready to kill you. So it's not going to be an easy fight for either of them. I'm saying that right now. It's not going to be an easy fight for either of them. But I feel like Robert might have to be a little bit more cautious of Marvin rather than Marvin of Whittaker. Again, the only thing that Whittaker or that Marvin really has to look out for is probably those kicks, those head kicks. But I don't know. I think Marvin's not gonna let him even strike. I think just the wrestling that they've been training a lot on, I think that's gonna be the outcome of this fight. That's gonna be the main difference of this fight, the wrestling. Because we know they're both great strikers. We've seen Robert Whittaker in his striking. It's amazing. He knows how to throw really accurate, solid punches. We know he knows how to throw really accurate, solid kicks. But I haven't seen him wrestle that much. And I think that's what Marvin might bring out. I think that's the only way to beat him. And Izzy too. This just, they're not taking advantage of it. Maybe it's because they get tired much faster. I don't know. But I feel the wrestling is going to have a huge, dramatic impact on this fight. And if he doesn't take advantage of it, might be his downfall. I may be wrong. Who knows? I'm not as educated as some of these other guys who have been fighting for their entire lives, but I'm just a fan. That's my guess. That's my prediction. My official prediction is Marvin Vetorri is going to take it in the 3rd round. Is it a... Oh, it's a co-main event, actually. It's not 5 events. It's not 5 rounds, I mean. I think he's going to take it in the 2nd round. 1st round is just going to be, you know, them measuring each other up. And then 2nd round is when Marvin Vetorri is going to know exactly how he's going to beat Robert. That's my guess. I may be completely wrong, and I might look stupid after today. But who knows? I'm very excited. Hope you guys are too. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys happen to enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And have fun today. It's going to be such a good night. UFC Fight Night, UFC Paris. Can't wait. See ya.